This mutated king body clearly wanted to make a last stand. The collapsed section was very long, and even through the pile of stones, we could hear the sound of moving heavy objects to block the entrance. A fierce battle was coming. Even just from the sound, I could tell. There were definitely a lot of mutated creatures on the other side. In this case, it would be very difficult for me alone to kill the mutated king body. Among hundreds of mutated creatures, someone had to hold them back. But facing hundreds of mutated creatures of different levels at the same time, we needed at least a few frontline level 1 supernatural beings, each with a supernatural power level of at least 1 done. Otherwise, no matter how many ordinary survivors there were, they couldn't stop them. Do you two want to gain power? Thinking of this, my gaze swept over the 2 Japanese girls. For the master. This servant is willing to give everything, the mature woman, Gakuko, said devoutly as always, without the slightest hesitation. Is the god going to bestow divine power upon us? Will I become a divine messenger from now on? The girl Ryoko was extremely fanatical, not realizing what she was about to face at all. Since that's the case, then accept the trial I've prepared for you. I nodded in satisfaction, then took out the level 2 mutated meat I had just obtained. Of course, I couldn't simply bet that the 2 of them could awaken high-level supernatural powers. This level 2 mutated meat wouldn't be needed for that. Another item was needed to match it. First, I split the mutated meat in half, then stretched my dragon claw to the area below my throat. That was the reverse scale, the only weakness after my dragonization. Although it was a weakness, the hardness of this reverse scale was several times that of the other scales. It was called a weakness because, under this reverse scale, was the most important blood vessel connected to the heart. Once the reverse scale was shattered, it would endanger the main blood vessel hidden behind it. If the main blood vessel was injured, my strength would plummet rapidly, and that would be my weakest moment. Yet now, I unhesitatingly pried open the reverse scale and released 2 drops of essence blood. This was the medicinal guide I prepared for the 2 of them. After doing this, my face turned pale at a visible speed. Then I swallowed half of the level 2 mutated meat, and only then began to gradually recover. Whether in the east or the west, dragon blood has extremely strong infectivity. In the west, bathing in dragon blood grants a body comparable to a giant dragon. In the east, a single drop of dragon blood is enough to bring about earth-shaking changes. To ordinary beasts, open your mouths. I looked at the 2 coldly, the tips of my claws holding 2 glowing drops of black dragon essence blood. Suddenly, the 2 knelt down without hesitation, tilted their heads back to expose their delicate necks, their faces filled with anticipation. With a flick of my fingers, a quarter of the level 2 mutated meat